Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. Today we are looking at Aliens Dust to Dust, issue 1 of 4. This is from Dark Horse Comics, 2018. Now, Dark Horse has had the license for Aliens before, and they were very popular with diehard Aliens fans, and I haven't read them in 10-15 years at least. So I was really interested to see this one come out, and the cover is really well done. I think it's Gabriel Hartman did the cover? Hardman. Gabriel Hardman and Rain Bredo, something like that. It's a really cool cover, and it definitely inspires a sense of dramatics to it. To the jaded, cynical eye, like I have, it does have a very kind of, I would say, mixed feeling for it. It feels very reminiscent of an average movie, and in some ways feels a little trite, but at the same time, it is a really action-packed issue, and it would be fitting for a movie. This is a really fast-paced story. Kid wakes up, something's going on, he hears gunshots outside, his window explodes, he runs into his mom's room, and there's a face hugger on her, and he's like, oh my gosh. The mom gets up, face hugger appears to be dead, and they hear an explosion outside, and they gotta run for it. It's time for an evac. The colony-wide code yellow. She's like, uh-oh, bad mojo. So they gotta get out of there. There's not much talking, actually. You would think modern comics have this habit of just blah, blah, blah paragraphs that I don't care about, that nobody in the real world would do. This is way more realistic. She's like, pack a bag, we're leaving. And she's saying, just step over the dead bodies. So they pass some other face huggers, and they're like, oh my god. So they get in their little futuristic-y car and drive off. They see some people getting munched on, and oh my god. They're all over the place. They find some other dude who helps them out, gets them on a transport, and it's just go, go, go. There's no screwing around. When a xenomorph gets killed and sprays acid everywhere, which I always thought was a little extreme. It screws up the shuttle, and then things really go downhill, and you get a cliffhanger ending that you would expect to see, but you don't think they're actually going to go through with and commit to. I actually highly recommend this. It's been a long time, but I've always been a pretty solid fan of Dark Horse Comics. They just haven't had anything that I really want to read lately. I really like their Conan work back in the day, and their Predator and Alien stuff was always fun. So when I saw this, I remembered I liked all the Predator stuff. The Alien stuff, to me, I've never been that huge of an Aliens fan, but it was always well done. It just wasn't necessarily my thing. This is no exception, but I will definitely be picking up issue 2 of this. I thought it was very well done, very fast paced. It wasn't the greatest story in the world. It's a little contrived in some respects, but it was fun, and you don't often find comics that are this well put together, because even if you've seen the story before in a metaphorical sense, it is still an action issue where they don't screw around. They don't have this needless fluffy stuff inserted in. None of that cutesy crap. This is an action movie, a rated R action movie that gets going, pulse pounding from the beginning to the end. There is no room for goofing off. I think there's like 2 sentences of frivolous dialogue, but it's the type of stuff that would actually be said in those situations. You gotta tell the kid, look, we gotta go now. Here's why. Go pack your stuff, and that's it. On with the show. And it was all practicals, stuff that would be there for a legitimate emergency, not fluffy storytelling nonsense that you get in Marvel comics so often. So I definitely recommend this if you're tired of the paragraphs of conversation that go nowhere and mean nothing. This is an action issue, and it's a fun action issue, and if you like alien movies, this is definitely a good one for you. Even if you don't, I think you'll still get something out of it. It's a good science fiction story beginning. We'll see how the other issues go, but for now, I would definitely say pick this one up. So the interior art is by Gabriel Hardman, as well as the script. So the same guy that did the cover. Definitely give it a shot and support good books. But that'll do it for me. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. Please hit like, and if you like what we're doing here, hit subscribe, and we hope to see you on the next one.